Hello everybody, and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we're going to be talking about Transformers Combiner Wars Devastator. And this is part 7, the finale, where we finally combine them all into Devastator. And, sorry about how the camera is. This is my first time reviewing a figure this big, and so, well, we'll just see how it goes. And yeah, here he is in his individual components. If you want to know how to get them into these components, watch the original videos. Oh yeah, should I, put these guys in their own playlist, like the Constructicons playlist or something like that? Like, I'd probably name it that. If you think I should, let me know. Or if I shouldn't, let me know. And I'll do it or not do it, depending on what you guys say. And yeah, so I guess before we combine them all, let's get a quick look at each of their parts separately. Here's the head, or head and upper chest. Here's the legs and the lower chest. Here's foot 1 and foot 2. And here is the arm and the other arm. And yeah, let's start combining them because, well, I don't know how much I can talk about until we get to that. So first, let's take this big old guy and this leg. And you are just going to, let's scoot all this over. I'm still not sure how I'm going to film this. Let's just start off by raising the camera a little bit so that you can hopefully see. So, come on back here, and there is a slot right here. Then that will go right in there. And then those two tabs will be filled by these little bits on the feet. And so, take that, slot that in, bring that up, and bring that up. Then, take the other leg, and it will be the same thing, although you kind of got to drop this in right there due to this part. And, oops, I bumped the light. Then push that in, and it will kind of flex past everything, but, it's fine. And just give that all a nice squeeze, and you're done with the legs. So now, I'll just bring that back. And elevator going to the top floor. Adjust. And here we are. I'll have to, wow, this is interesting. Okay, so now let's bring in the head part. And I'm still not tall enough. There we go. And now, if you had the other arm attached right there, it would hook, I think it pegs them like right there or something. But since mine broke off, I can't show you that. But I'll do my best showing how everything else connects. So you got this part, which will go into that smokestack. Then this, which will go right in there. And just plug those in. And then you have these tabs, which will go into a slot in the bottom of the foot. And then there is a slot on the side of the chest that plugs into, and then you can just bring that down. And yeah, now you have that. Now, adjusting this a bit more. I feel like this is going kind of well. Probably just jinxed it. Take the arm, either one you can do first, doesn't matter. And then plug that bit on. And then there is, I don't know how well you can see it. Hold on. Light's going rogue. There is a slot right there that will peg into, well, a peg that, yeah. And so that will peg on in. Squish that up. And unfortunately, this is where one of the brake parts happened on hook. Normally it would keep together like that, but due to the break point, it doesn't hold together as well. But on your copy, if you decide to get this, which it apparently costs like $650, so I personally don't think it's worth it. But if you can find it for an actual reasonable price, yours probably shouldn't have that problem. Then bring this over and peg this one on. Same way, just slot that in and bring this in. Also, this will come undone. It's the one problem with Devastator, I'd say. Then, once you have all that pegged in, you are about done. But now you have all the accessories. And so first, you shall take this one and this side thingy, peg that together. And that, I find it easiest to do it one at a time, so that you can just line up everything. So peg that in, and then that will lock into the chest and the hand fell. And slide that and put it back on. Then take this side, slide that in, and then lock that in, and you are done. And yeah, whew, this is much more difficult to transform with a camera in your face and in between your arms. But, geez, sorry to keep bumping it. I think the end result looks really cool. Oh, yeah, also, take the two guns, and you can slot them together, and then he can hold that just like that. And, yeah. Oh. You know what, let's go aerial here, just to zoom out and get the full look. So, here's the legs, going on up. There is the arms, and there's the head. And, of course, you can take this and flip it around if you prefer that. I personally like it like this, but if you want to, you can totally do that. And yeah, this design is sick. Hold on, let me set this down and adjust the camera so that you can see it properly. Yeah, this is so worth it. I love how this looks. It's 2 feet tall. It's just massive, and all the problems with the robot modes and everything like that, like all the individual robot modes, is basically forgiven for me. Like in this mode, it just looks so cool, and it's just sick. Like I don't know how else to put it. It's just. He's big robot. A big robot is cool. It's just as simple as that. And it's a big robot made out of other big robots, so it's even better. And, oh my gosh, I just realized, how the heck am I going to film posability? Oh gosh. Well, let's find out. So, the head is on a swivel. You have no up and down, although you can unpeg that to look up, although it won't look right. If you move over here, you have a swivel here. You got a full 360. I'm just going to remove the hand here so that I can show you easier without bumping the camera. You got a full 360. You have out that far. You have no butterfly joint, but that's okay. You have, a swivel here. Also, yeah, I'll add this back on now. Swivel here. You have 90 degrees of bend. You have some in and out here due to that, although I don't think that's a true point of articulation. It's just more of a transformation hinge. Then at the wrist, you have opening and closing hands. And swivel at the wrist, you got a full 360 that you can do there. And he can hold his gun. And it holds pretty well, although he does have kind of a loose grip, especially over the years. It's loosened quite a bit. And I kind of wish that they added like a tab here on either hand, on either side that can go into a slot on either hand, so then he can properly hold it. Because he holds it good, but like not that good. And also with age, his wrist joint has loosened quite a bit, and so it's a little bit hard for him to hold his gun properly. Also, say hi to Mr. Bloom. You're probably like, who's that, if you're not a fan of DC. But if you are, you know. But it's a DC character. Now, coming to this arm, you got basically the same articulation with this problem. These tabs, while they're fine for regular robot mode, in this form with the extra added weight, it just unpegs and flops down, and time has not helped with that. That is the biggest flaw with this guy, but, you know, so just, you know, check that part of the figure, because you can get it to stay. It's just a lot of times you move it, it'll flop, and then you bring it back up and peg it in. So, yeah. And it has all the same articulation on that side. Now, oh gosh, waist is, you, I think technically could get a full 360, but as is, I'm not gonna try it, because it's just a lot and it's loud, and yeah. Actually, screw it. It's my job to try these things. Oh my goodness. That's another thing. The hands, especially on the, I guess his left side, don't like to hold on as well anymore. Let me grab that. Ow. There it is. Well, I just absolutely hit my back on the desk. That hurt. Well, not too bad. It's just definitely not comfortable, though. Anyway, put that back on. So, yeah, let's try and rotate this. There's his arm hanging limply. Yeah. How am I going to do this? You know, I'm going to rotate the legs. I guess you can't really, because of this back part gets in the way. So, but you can rotate it both ways, really as much as you'd ever need. Whew. This is a surprising workout. It's not that hard. It's just moving everything in a way that I'm not normally used to. Okay, now, I almost feel like I should have done articulation while it was separate. It would have been easier. But nah, this is the whole fun part of it. Now, as far as leg articulation goes, you have forward about that far, back about that far, out. That's impressive. That holds strong. Like, he can hold this pose. I mean, he'll fall over, but he can hold this pose. Like, he also has a knee bend here, which causes him to have he can break his leg. But then he also has a knee bend here, which is pretty dang cool. And then coming on down, you have thigh rotation. And then you have ankle pivot. And then, I mean, I guess each individual leg kind of has its own up and down at the toe and all that stuff. But, yeah. Now, what I like to do to get the best stance, I find, is to bring the legs out one click and then bring the ankle pivots out one click. And then you get a very nice A stance that just holds quite nicely. And, yeah, so I think that's about it as far as articulation goes. Now it's time for size comparisons, because well, there's your size comparison. Hold on, I gotta bring it down even more. There he is with the first the review that I did before I started doing the Constructicons. Transformers Legacy, Cybertron, Starscream. I finally said it without stuttering or pausing. Now, here he is with Batman. And yeah, he doesn't even reach his crotch. So, Batman is bested as far as height goes. And here he is with Optimus. And yeah, about right. I mean, sizes in G1 never made really too much sense, but I think who he looks personally best with is any, like, tiny character. Like, let me see if I can grab one real quick. Yeah, here. Here he is with, I think the phrase is Legends class, Optimus Prime. And if you maneuver things right, you can get him to, like, grab on and hold on to figures. And that's always a fun way of displaying things, because Optimus Prime is having a bad day, you know? So, yeah. Are these guys worth it? Hard to say, because I would personally say Devastator, absolutely worth it. But the price that it is now, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Now, as far as how does he compare with Studio Series Devastator, I don't know yet. It's not out. I only literally today, as of the day of recording this, got the first Age of the Primes figure that I could, being Red Alert. Unfortunately, he was the only one there, but fortunately, I got one of them. So, yeah. I don't know how Studio Series 86 Constructicons will go with him. I think they're going to be smaller, which is kind of unfortunate, because one of the best parts about this guy is just, he is massive. Like, it just is such a cool set piece. He's almost like, he is literally like a set piece. But, you know, it doesn't really matter to me, because in G1, bro basically had Ant-Man or Giant Man powers, just changing size all the time. Including even one time where you can see him running along with the rest of the Constructicons, which is odd. But, so yeah, I don't know how that will go with it, although I do plan on getting them, and I guess we'll be able to compare sizes then. And, yeah, I can't really drive this guy out of frame, so I guess that's about it. Thank you all for watching. This has been an experience, for me anyway. I hope you like it. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what characters I should review next, and I'll get to them as soon as I can, even if they're massive. And, oh gosh, I just realized. I wonder how I'm going to be able to film some of these, like, him. I don't know how that's going to happen. Whew. But that's for future Bathnet to think about. But yeah, so, yeah, I think that's about it. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. And, yeah, bye.